Like when you're at work, are you consciously thinking of your values and your beliefs? And I mean, like, you're like the thing at the forefront of your mind is doing what your manager said you should do so you can get your paycheck. Being a pastor doesn't make you any less of a human being. It doesn't make you any less prone to temptation. Stop having these high expectations of people and putting them on pedestals. It honestly says a lot about you. Maybe you feel like you're inadequate and you're looking to other people to kind of make you feel better about yourself. So I think you just kind of need to check yourself and change your mindset. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Tomi, as you can see on my necklace. Thank you for clicking to watch this video. In today's video, I'm going to be doing another society video. This is either episode 6 or 7, but today I'm going to be talking about you know, when people say like, oh, like celebrities are not role models, or like judging influencers for not being transparent and all of that, and just people that have a platform in general and how like they have different expectations. So if you want to hear everything that I have to say, then just keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe. I have my drink here. We're going to detox, lemon and cucumber water. So yeah, let's get right into it. Remember, we're here for a good time and a fun time, not a responsible time, so I hope you enjoy. Hello. So I'm going to start with the whole like transparency thing, or like being real. Some people are like,
oh, like influencers are not real, like how can they have a platform and yet they're not this or they're not that?
And I'm like, guys, we all need to remember that regardless of who you're dealing with, regardless of where the person is from, what they look like, their beliefs, all of that, everybody is still a human being at the end of the day. Like, we're all still made from dust, from sand, literally. So it's like, why do you expect so much, and why do you expect that people will change when they have a platform? It's like, if somebody isn't going to prioritize something when they don't have a platform, what makes you think that they'll prioritize it when they have a platform? In fact, having a platform probably or actually like amplifies the problems that were already there, which like is the same thing people say about like having money. Like, I've heard people be like, oh yeah, like, you know, the whole like money doesn't buy you happiness arguments. Some people are like, oh yeah, money, oh no, or sorry, money does, like, money solving all your problems and stuff. Some people are like, no, money doesn't solve all your problems, it just amplifies the problems that you have. So for example, if you had a drinking problem and you had more money, you would just spend more money on alcohol, and to just like be this repeating like toxic cycle that you won't be able to get yourself out of, and to just be hard to break and all of that. So sorry, I diverted a bit, but yeah, it's like, why do you think that people will just change and become golden? And like this whole like morality thing on social media, some of you might not agree with me, but I don't agree with it. And like expecting people to be like morally right, morally good, or like thinking of morals when they're like posting. Like, influencing is a job. Social media, for people that make money from it, for people that have large platforms, it's a job. So it's like, when you're at work, are you consciously thinking of your values and your beliefs? And I mean, like, you're like the thing at the forefront of your mind is doing what your manager said you should do so you can get your paycheck. You're not thinking of, you know, being the best. Like, I don't know, obviously you'd be a decent person, right? Like, you're not just going to like bully your co-workers or just be like rude and stuff unnecessarily, but you're not thinking of your morals. They're not at the forefront of your mind, because that's not what you're getting paid for. So why do you expect people on social media that are doing their job just because it's social media? Why do you expect them to include their morals? And it's like, I don't like when people try to like mix morals and someone's personal life. So like, for example, right, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know, like I talk about God sometimes because it's like a huge part of my life, God and Jesus and all of that. It's like, if somebody sees me on camera, like if I do this project, like this LGBTQ plus project, and someone sees me kissing a girl and they're like,
oh, is she not a Christian? Like, how can she be kissing a girl? This thing?
And I'm like, you don't know how I view things. Like, what if I don't mix acting with like my personal values? I feel like that's like a personal thing for people to decide. It's like, if you want to mix your values and your job, that's on you. But me, I don't agree with judging people that don't do it. At the end of the day, people just need to have their personal boundaries that don't need to be validated by the general public. I don't agree with it either. Like, I don't think you should mix both. Like some people can separate both. It's just like a very personal thing in my opinion. So stop judging people that don't want to mix their personal life, personal values and all of that with like the kind of job that they do. You never know what people are going through. You don't know how much people need a paycheck. Like people get themselves in like dangerous or questionable situations sometimes because they're just trying to get the check and pay their rent. So why can't you just be empathetic, understanding, and give people the benefit of the doubt? You never know why someone is doing something. You never know their intentions behind it. Just spread love. Don't spread judgment. Don't spread negativity. That doesn't like benefit anybody. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it just worsens the situation and just worsens the case. I just remembered this thing that happened not long ago, earlier this year. I think it was even this summer or something. This pastor, I don't remember his name, but I'll put something on the screen somewhere if I'll Google it and find it. But like apparently like there was this pastor that like cheated on his wife and he had to step down and everyone was like harshly judging him. How can you be a pastor?
You're a hypocrite.
You're living a double life and blah blah blah.
And don't get me wrong, by no means am I condoning cheating on your wife, regardless of whether you're a pastor or not. Cheating on your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, whatever. If you make a commitment, stick to it. I'm not condoning cheating. That's not what this video is about. But it's just that like, why do you think that being a pastor doesn't make you any less of a human being? It doesn't make you any less prone to temptation. Again, I'm not condoning cheating, but I think that cheating is like deeper than just the surface. Like I don't think people cheat because like they want to hurt the person that they're with, and like I actually disagree with people when they say, oh, if you love somebody you won't cheat on them. But that's a whole topic for another day, because I think cheating comes from like internal issues, and I think it doesn't. I think in most cases it has nothing to do with the person that was being cheated on. Of course, some of you might be like, oh, it's so selfish and blah blah, but like there are certain things that are just really really deep. It's just like daddy issues, right? Somebody watching this might have daddy issues and be like,
why do I just keep picking the same kind of guys, wrong guys that are just damaging my emotional and mental health? Like, why am I so bad with like picking the guys that are good for me?
And it's just not something that is easy to break out of. Like you actually need divine intervention and you need work to be able to break out of things like that. That's how I think of cheating as well. Like the reason why I think that most people struggle with cheating, or people that do struggle with cheating do, is because it's like a really deep thing. Maybe you're a guy and like you grew up being told that you can get away with whatever you want, so you just kind of like internalize that and you not really think when you were, you know, telling someone that you love them, committing to somebody, maybe even putting a ring on their finger and then stepping out on them and doing things like. Quick short PSA, in case there are any guys watching this and they're like, oh, let me get this girl and cheat on her and she'll take me back. Don't even try, because I'll dump you on your broke bank account before you even think about it. Thank you. Healthy communication. Why do you think most people are bad communicators? Or why do you think that some relationships struggle because of bad communication? Because we're not taught to communicate in a healthy manner, right? Like you actually have to put in work. Me too, I'm putting in work to be a healthy communicator. I was never like good with communication, because you know, like growing up with Nigerian parents, it's just like your parents are right, you're wrong, shut up, you don't have enough experience, that kind of thing. So with me, like if somebody offended me, I would always like play out scenarios in my head, or if someone did something I wasn't okay with, instead of me just telling the person, I'll start playing out scenarios and I'll just swallow it and bottle up my emotions and then lash out at the wrong thing or the wrong person. So it's like a lot of people have similar upbringings, or you know, they are suppressed, they are shut down. So that's just one example with like communication. So I think that the same thing goes with cheating. Some of you might be like, oh, my friend did XYZ to me, why couldn't she just tell me? Why did she have to do like it doesn't have anything to do with you. It comes from other things. Like you don't know what your friend has dealt with in the past, right? So it's like we should not just expect that, like now that pastor, for example, like would just be like a saint. Nobody knows what he struggled with prior to him becoming a pastor. And it's like when you like give your life to Christ, I'm going to get a bit spiritual now. When you give your life to Christ, it's not that the things that you used to struggle with, it just goes away overnight. Like it's consistent work, it's consistent effort. Like now that I'm talking about God, I was literally talking to my friend today, because it's Sunday, I saw her, we talked after church. And I was literally telling her that, like, if after church I go and get drunk, like, it doesn't mean I'm a hypocrite, you know. Like, everybody struggles with different things. Like, you don't know my history with drinking, you don't know anything whatsoever. So the best thing you can do is just to spread love and to stop having these high expectations of people and putting them on pedestals. It honestly says a lot about you. Maybe you feel like you're inadequate and you're looking to other people to kind of make you feel better about yourself. So I think you just kind of need to check yourself and change your mindset and spread love to people. No judgment. Judgment does not help anybody. You don't have to like people, but you need to spread love. My pastor literally said that in church today. But yes, I agree. Like, me too, I'm not a people person. Let me just tell you now, like, I don't really be liking people like that. I get annoyed way too easily to be tolerating so many people at once. But guys, you still need to spread love. Judging, yeah, part of this is also like judging influencers for not being like good role models and stuff. Like, I mentioned this briefly earlier, but it's like, why are you putting the responsibility of like someone's morals on somebody on the internet that is just trying to get their paycheck? It's like, it doesn't say, like, it's your own personal problem. If you're a child, I'm like, okay, you should be looking up to your parents or your guardians to be instilling good moral values in you, not people on the internet that are just doing their job. Like, oh sorry, I meant reverse. Like, parents should not be blaming people on social media for like making their child a certain way, because I know a lot of parents do stuff like that. Like, Nigerian parents, some of them will be insulting people on the internet instead of you to just teach your child like the importance of making good decisions and the pros and cons. I want to know who in the comments agrees or disagrees with what I'm saying. Like, do you think influencers, public figures, people with platforms should be responsible for like upholding certain values and like being like morally, ethically right and all of that? Or are you on my side and you're like, nah, people can separate both, and like you never know what people are dealing with, you know? So I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments. This is kind of linked to like the pastor thing that I was talking about, but I was telling my friends today that there's this guy I know, he's very like irreligious, like he's just not about that life. And I was having a conversation with him like yesterday, and he was saying that like part of the reason why he's not religious is because like he knows people that go to church and like live a double life, or like he knows guys or his friends, I don't know if he said they were his friends or something, or maybe just acquaintances, that like go to church and like sleep with the girls there and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay, but you can't really be judging by like people though, because people are always going to fall short. Like, no matter how hard I try, I'm not going to reach God's standards. Like, no matter how spiritual I am. That is why every day is a chance to be better. You fall today, you get up tomorrow, and you do more, you do better. And I also told him church is for broken people. Like, church is not for people that think that they are perfect. I feel like this video has gotten a little bit like preachy, but really like people just need to chill out on like judging people. Like, it's just, I just don't agree with it. I have a problem with it. Clearly, I'm making a video over 10 minutes to be ranting about this, so clearly I have an issue with this. And it's just like, we just need to remember that at the end of the day, everybody is a human being, and let's just extend grace accordingly and not be partial and be saying, oh, but you're a Christian or you're a Muslim, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. And of course, like, you know better, you do better, but like nobody is perfect at the end of the day. And like, life is anything but black and white. It really is not black and white. Like, it's the biggest gray area. Like, life is such a big gray area. Like, nothing is just black and white. Like, there's just always circumstances, situations, background stories like they have no idea. So it's okay, let's extend grace to people, treat them with kindness, and actually just want to know more about what they are going through so that we can offer them the support and the help that they need accordingly. That is the end of this video. I didn't make it too long. I don't know, I don't want to talk for too long. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Whew. The sun literally just betrayed me. It was on my side before and just went, oh, sorry, that was my phone, just literally went to the other side. Whatever, thank God I got this video done in time. Thank you guys so much, I really appreciate it. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, let me know what you want to see, in the comments, and please share your opinion. I just stayed here and shared how I felt. Okay, please, it's a two-way relationship. Okay, I give you, you give me as well. I've been seeing some stuff about like parasocial relationships, whatever. That has nothing to do with this. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.